Hi, this is Charlie giving you Friday's market commentary. It's actually 10 past 11. The only reason I've only just started at this point is because I was 8 minutes into a previous recording, and as I haven't done anything today, I thought I might as well just delete that and start again. So, I was looking at cable this morning down here actually. If we'd have pulled back about down here, we had positive momentum early this morning. I was up fairly early in front of the screens, but not quite early enough. We did a nice little divergence here on the 5-minute chart, and I was looking for a little pullback into the lower bands because we had positive momentum still on the hourlies, and it went without me. And I had a target of 156. Then it pulled back and then just went higher again after the news. I was out during the news, so basically I've not had anything here this morning. And then it's hit the hourly 50, so it's like game over at the moment whilst it's deciding how it wants to deal with that hourly 50. So a bit of conflict there at the moment. So seems to be the story of the week really. And the Euro's had a sort of a nice-ish sort of push up as well, but again nothing I can get too excited about. If I go to the hourly chart on the Euro, it really needs to breach these prior highs really before I can start getting much more interested in this. So there's not really too much I can say about that either. So that's where we are. Now the dollar yen obviously has been the big move of the week. Now you know that I've been talking about this, and we've come up to that trend line. So it's had a nice run up this week, and now it's going to be a case of is it going to pull back? Is it going to react for a little bit against this trend line, then break out, or is it actually going to come back down and within this triangle and come back down and test the lower triangle pattern? So we could find that the dollar yen sort of plays around this trend line for a bit and then comes back down. So we'll see. But it's done what I wanted it to do, which is to come back and test that trend line. And then lastly, we've got the Aussie dollar, which has got the potential in it. It's come down to its weekly lower band. I talked about this yesterday in my I think I Facebooked it yesterday and tweeted it. See, I'm really good at these technical things. And but it's now just a case of, is it going to now start to work its way up? It's come into the bands. It's retested the lower band. Is it going to start coming up? It's got a divergence in place on the weekly chart as well. Doesn't mean say it can't have another flush down. But I am actually in a long. I took a long yesterday on a swing basis. When I tweeted yesterday morning about the potential for Aussie. So I am in a swing long, and I'd love to be able to build that position. I've just started a small position on this account. So as you can see there, it was from yesterday. I've got 250,000 half lot trade size. There you go, 250,000. Got in one at 90.12 and one in at 89.94, as you can see. So it gives me an average of 90. And so got into those yesterday. So and I'd like to be able to add to those positions today, but it needs to go up. So and at the moment it's just not really doing anything. I'm roughly flat, so it's just a case of what's going to happen. I've got a stop down below, and it's a case of below down near the lows, and it's just a case of that's the lows on the hourly charts, and it's a case of, well, can it actually start to break through? It's just been hugging and chopping around this hourly 50. Is it going to have another final flush, stop me out, and then come all the way back up again? I don't know. But if it does do and it comes back up again, then I'll get in it again, because nothing's changed on my analysis for Aussie dollar, and that's that we've got what's going on the higher time frame in the background. So even if it flushed down and possibly even took out these lows of a couple of days ago, I'd still be keeping my eye on it, because if I saw it coming back up again, then I'd be looking to get in again. Simple as that, really. So, but it was funny actually, because Aussie dollar at one point yesterday, it was obviously up 40 pips, but didn't, which was nice. But what's the point in taking the profit if you have a larger profit goal and a bigger agenda in play? So sometimes it's frustrating for a lot of traders when they get into trades, they're into nice enough amount of profit, up 40 pips, but they can't take the profit, and it rolls back against them and potentially then comes and stops them out. That's hard for some traders psychologically, because they've seen themselves being in profit, and then actually what the markets do, it's a cheeky way of the markets trying to get you to take your profits too soon, because you get a few trades like that and you think, oh, on the next trade I'm going to take my profits a bit sooner. You take them sooner, and obviously the trade then goes on to run. So you're like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But it is a case of, obviously, with trading, where possible, banking something and then trying to get something to run. But I didn't feel that that was the case at that stage yesterday. So we'll see what's going to happen with this Aussie dollar, but at the moment it's now, like I said, it's now almost 11:15, and I haven't taken a single trade today. You can see with my open positions there. It's just a case of Will we get a trade? I will have to wrap this up because I know the email is going to be going out about 2 o'clock. So I'll have to wrap this video up by around about 12:30, 1 o'clock, let's say. And so if still nothing's happened, then I'm just going to have to leave it with you, and you'll see how this is going to transpire potentially over the coming days. May not do anything today, but we'll see over the coming days. I can't see anything on the euro or cable. There's a bit too much conflict for me. Yen, I think, could potentially roll over. Let's go back and have a look at the hourly charts of the dollar yen. This is the hourly chart. It's just chopping, as you can see. It's just very slightly down. We'll have to see yet. And that's about it. As far as the main indices are concerned, I think we've put in a nice bounce yesterday. So we go back to the dailies. Nice enough bounce, a little bit higher than I think that some traders should be looking at shorting potential on that one. But anyway, and there was a reason. I think it was the divergences that were there that I pointed out on Monday. So I think rallies are going to be shortable on this S&P, but it doesn't mean to say it can't come all the way back up to 1690, and so you've got to be a bit careful. So let the rally take fold if it's going to continue, and then wait for it to start to roll, and then that may be the better opportunity. Right, I shall press pause and we'll come back to this in a bit. Okay, so time's getting on. It's now 10 to 1. Still nothing happening here. We just, as you can see, this is an hourly chart, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in our 6th hour of staying within this range. If it's going to roll over, it'll roll over and probably come down and stop me out. But so be it. If that's the case, I'm in this for a swing. It won't be a big loss. But if it does go up, then it could be a very big win. So we'll just have to see. Sorry, no day trades today. Just couldn't get in on board, and there's actually been a bit of a move here on the pound. Let's have a quick look. See on the hourly chart. Look, so it went into that hourly 50 and it's completely rolled over, but we've still got positive momentum. Only a bit, but we've still got positive momentum. So a bit of conflict there still as well. So conflict on the upside, conflict on the downside. So one of those days, again, just simple summer markets, just a good real reason to just keep your powder dry and just be selective on your trades, and you don't have to trade a lot in these summer markets, and you'll be safer that way. So we'll just see what happens with this trade this week, but certainly it's been a pretty flat week for me so far, and I suspect even if the Aussie dollar does come up, then that's not going to be until next week, so we'll just have to see. But at the moment it's not looking that healthy. We've got negative momentum on the hourly charts. Right, I shall leave that with you. I shall post early next week whatever happens with this Aussie dollar trade. Have a great weekend.